All right, artists, we're going to get started with that continuous line drawing. One hand is going to hold the paper and the other obviously is going to hold a pen. We need to hold the paper so that it stays still while we're continuously drawing. We're going to try to keep our pen moving at all times because we know if we hold it still or stop that our pen will tend to bleed on our paper. And if we keep moving, our lines will be nice and fluid. We go over the line a few times each outline that we create. We go back over it a couple times. So I'm starting down here in the left-hand corner. I'm going to move my marker up the side. I'm going to go into a little loop in each of the corners as I smoothly keep moving my pen. And I'm going to go back down to the other side. Now I'm going to reverse and try to go back in the same line area. I don't try to make my lines exactly perfectly on top of each other. I like when my drawing has this little bit of a wiggly line to it. It kind of makes it a little more interesting. So once I've done that 3 times, I travel back up to the area here at this crisscross. I go toward the middle. I make kind of a diamond shape and I go back toward the other. I'm going to reverse and I go in that same line path 3 times. There we go. I'm going to travel down to the nose, crisscross, and I'm going to do my spirals for my owl's eye. Because of that continuous line, once I get toward the center, I'll fill it in a little bit, and now I need to travel back to this X part, and now I'm going to travel around in a spiral, getting to the center. I fill that in, and then I reverse my spiral and back to the center. I'm going to travel along his nose, and I start this wavy line. And I go back over that. Back to the center. Now I'm working on a loopy line that's going to be the owl's wing. It's just a repeated U-shaped line. It doesn't need to be especially neat. It's okay if it's messy, because if you remember, an owl has a lot of texture in its wings, and it makes it a little interesting for us. I'm going to go back over this bottom line, up the side, back toward the center, and start the looping process on the other side for the wing. It's just continuing to make a U shape. And then I double back on this bottom row, go back up toward the top, and I fill in his face area with one wiggly line. I go back to his nose, and the final thing we do is fill in this area on the front of the owl. I just kind of make a meandering loopy line. And there, my continuous line drawing is done.